Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today. I hope all of the people who are loyal supporters of the channel are having a fantastic day. I hope all of the people who hit the like and subscribe button are having a fantastic day. I hope everyone who supports all of the channels that are telling the truth, giving their honest takes, are having a fantastic day. And fanboys, we all do not care how your day is going. On that note, fanboys, you might want to click off. It's more bad news for you. It's, stuff that you're not going to want to know. So, first of all, shout out to self-researched NBA facts, because I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things that he's talked about in his videos, and I'm going to talk about some other things. But first of all, let me start off like this. In competition, the goal is to give yourself an edge through hard work. It doesn't matter what athlete you're talking about. It's like Mike Tyson. If you've seen interviews with Mike Tyson, he talked about, again, I can't remember how early he used to get up and go running. Maybe it was like 3 or 4 in the morning or something. But he said he did that because he wanted to make sure he was up earlier than the competition. Michael Jordan. We all know about the work ethic of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. And again, the goal is to give yourself the upper hand by outworking the competition, by working on your craft more than the competition. Unlike LeBron James, whose solution was to simply, I'm going to get on the best team with the best players, and that is how I'm going to accomplish my championships, and thus making them much more worthless. So, when you work hard to gain these advantages over the competition through skill, through determination, to me, what really separates you is the ability to consistently deliver, to consistently maintain not only great performances, but also the mentality that you have to maintain in order to deliver when it is most crucial. So on that note, again, I've always said that Michael Jordan's greatness, to me, you can sum it up to, of course, the skills were great, and, he had the great athleticism. He had all these things that were fantastic that he worked on. But at the end of the day, what made him that great is his ability to consistently deliver. To consistently deliver, and LeBron James, why we say he shouldn't be top 5, is because he is the most inconsistent superstar we have. And so I want to give you guys a little bit of facts, some more facts about Michael Jordan that to me just shows his dominance. First of all, again, shout out to self-researched NBA facts for this information I'm about to give you. And I'm actually going to do another video on this probably later, kind of breaking it down a little bit more, because right now I'm just kind of paraphrasing what he said. But one thing to know about Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan only lost when he was highly outmatched. And this is compared to every other NBA great. Michael Jordan, when he lost in the playoffs, the teams who beat him averaged 12 more wins than his team in the season. Now, if you include the year he was injured and the year that he retired and came back with 17 games left or something, if you include those years, then the teams who beat him averaged 15 more wins than his team. The only time Michael Jordan ever lost in the playoffs is when he was severely outmatched. Now, with every other player, including LeBron James, the teams that beat them averaged about 7 wins more. So Michael Jordan, His team had to be severely outmatched. And we're talking about, this is before All-Star Scottie Pippen. This is before he actually had a team. Michael Jordan only lost in the playoffs to team who severely outmatched him. To team, like I said, they averaged 12 more wins than him on the season. And the next thing I want to bring up is Michael Jordan never lost to any team that had a worse record than he did. He never lost to any team that had a worse record than he did. Even if they won one less game, even if they were in the same vicinity, he never lost to a team that had a worse record than he did. LeBron James has done this a few times. The conference finals in 2009 against the Magic. The Heat were 66-16 that year, and the Magic were 59-23. The next year, when they lost against Boston, the Heat had a 61-21 record. Boston had a 50-32 record. In 2011, when Jason Terry smacked him in the face, and you know the story, fanboys. When Magic Johnson had to say, well, what's going to determine this game is whether or not LeBron James can stop Jason Terry. you know that series. The Heat had a 58-24 record, and Dallas had a 57-25 record. And yeah, that's just one win, but again, at least 3 times where LeBron James has lost to teams with worse records than he has. That has never happened to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan has only lost when he was severely outmatched. And he's never lost to a team with a worse record than he had. In the playoffs, this is what we're talking about. So, really quick, I want to discuss this whole thing that people love to bring up, mostly fanboys, and that's ways to discredit championships. Now, I'm going to say this. It's funny that they like to discredit championships while also giving LeBron James credit for going to 10 finals. That's strange. But anyway, here's my thing. I would argue that the team is more important for the regular season, and the superstar is more important for the playoffs. The superstar is who influences the biggest moments more than anybody else. I mean, I think this should just be this is just logic. So, like, for instance, when Golden State had the 73-9 season, to me, that is more of a team accomplishment than championships. And I'm not saying that you don't need a great team to win a championship, but what I'm saying is, superstars most heavily influence the outcome of the game. And in the playoffs, you have this finite amount of time to put your very best foot forward. So that really shows to me the playoffs expose the superstar. The playoff it exposes that consistency. It exposes that there is a limited time from each series, to advance, to put your best foot forward to make sure that happens. Where in the regular season, you may have to pace yourself some. You may, because it's 82 games long, that's enough time to have some inconsistent times, no matter how great you're playing. Like even with the 72-10 Bulls, I think there was a game against maybe Washington is maybe the game I'm thinking about, but where the Bulls started off kind of, they started off slow. And that's because, as a team and you're winning back to back, you're bound to run into a slump to where you're just not there. But in the playoffs, again, because the stakes are raised, because you know you have a finite amount of time each series to execute, to me, that is really when the superstars shine, and when the superstars, how consistent your superstar is, plays a bigger factor than the regular season. Because everybody is taking their lead from the superstar. So again, to me, this is where Michael Jordan excelled. But he excelled, again, going back to the beginning of the video, because this is what he prepared for. Because he practiced like it was a playoff. So he was prepared for that. So Michael Jordan's consistency really showed itself in the playoffs. And that is why Michael Jordan never lost to a team that had a worse record than he did. Like I said, even if it was just by one win, while LeBron James has done that at least 3 times. And in 2010 against Boston, like I said, the Cavaliers had won 11 more games than Boston. But anyway, to me, again, this just shows the dominance of Michael Jordan. This just shows the consistency of Michael Jordan. And again, this shows the inconsistency of LeBron James to maintain that mental strength. LeBron James' inconsistency really stems from him being mentally weak. And all you fanboys, you guys are models of your king. You guys reflect your king. So, all of you mentally weak people who in my comments, crying about, well, LeBron James is always going to be a billionaire. What's that got to do with basketball? Anyway, we going to hold up here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think about the fact that Michael Jordan only lost when he was severely outmatched, and he never, ever lost in the playoff to a team that had a worse record than he did? Let me know what you think in the comments. You all have a truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.